Yo, what's going on, people? It's ACGL 6 this week. And I mean, they've been coming thick and fast. We just heard about it the other day. We're already on number 6. Winding down a little bit though. Number 6 this time. In 2 weeks' time, we have the last one for the year. ACGL number 7. But you know how we do it on this side. We catch up on what's been happening previously. And, ACGL 5, man, was actually such a crazy tournament. It was run really smoothly, which is nice, but everyone was playing super, super sweaty, man. A lot of really strong players. We saw Y2k again coming up with a win. That's his second, I believe, ACGL title. But there were a lot of contenders, to get to that title this time. I feel a lot of opportunity for a lot of good players, and they really did show out. Like, if you're just looking at some of the people on screen right now, this is Seamboy from the TNM side. Shout out Kyle and the boys, and BAP Zero, my teammate, one of the first few BAP members actually on running the Victor. The names are just switched there, but don't mind that, running recoveries and that. But I believe this was a loser side top 8 match, if I'm not mistaken. They went back and forth and they were swinging. And if you know anything about Zero, this guy, he has been trying a few stuff. Known as a defensive player, but gelling in some of those really strong offensive stuff that Victor can present, especially with someone he looks up to is Farzin. So they did have a chat at CTS, just game plan wise on what to do, how to enforce pressure. Certain stuff grabbing from Farzin, they're like that will carry the down forward 4-2 is kind of cool, So yeah, like these are just an example of them. And just as I'm talking, looking at this game, these guys are swinging, man. That's the type of quality you can expect from ACGL. South African talent, man. The Tekken is going crazy. And not to mention some of the stuff that went down at the tournament, King Vegeta just going from strength to strength. My apologies. I think if I recall correctly, this guy has just been getting better placements on and on, right? So I think potentially a top 8 in ACGL 3, top 4 finish ACGL 4, and then he got top 2 at ACGL 5, and a lot of that was from the loser side. So got sent down to losers quite early by Shiroyasha, actually. It's another team kill. They're both Battle Arena members. Shout out my captain Shiroyasha and King Vegeta on that. And a reset bracket by King Vegeta. So, hey, I'm just going to say it, man. If you're stepping up the whole time, you finished second last time, first place looking kind of good this time around. And I have faith in the guy and has a lot of supporters as well. Make sure to check him out as well, King Vegeta _ BAP at on Twitch, and I believe it's King Vegeta Tekken on YouTube. There's some really cool content there, a nice Reina guide as well. So yeah, have a look out for that, guys. A lot of strong players, like I said. Obviously Y2k ever present. There's another TUG member in the homie Chev, running the drag, running the Azu. Mostly the drag, but isn't scared of running that Azu as well. Someone I think who's actually been leveling up, feels like day by day. Someone who's on the screen, yes, I know they just lost that round, but is Seamboy, the TNM Seamboy. He's been training a lot with us, with a lot of TG guys. We just run a big training session often, like every few days, and this guy's been leveling up, man, and it really shows in his gameplay and his awareness. Punishment is getting up there. Combo game is disgusting, and he's always learning. He's one of those guys who's always keen to learn. So I think have a look out for him this week as well. I think top 8 is definitely on the cards for him again. Top 4 I think is very possible for him. Just needs luck of the draw sometimes. I mean, it's Tekken, you're going to be guessing at some point, so luck of the draw, see if you can get some good results in there. And I have faith in the guy. I think he can do it. So ACGL 6, that will be on my channel at Weezy on Twitch. So make sure to check that out. I think we can just head over to the next topic that I refer to as matchups and topics, right? So just to switch games here. shortly. I do have the winners final lined up here between the two TG boys, Chev and Y2k. So the reason I pulled this as a key topic, right, in the matchup is because Chev has 2 titles to his name, 2 ACGL titles of the 5. Guess who also has 2 of the 5? Y2k. So out of 5 tournaments, 2 of them have had 2 wins each, right? And these guys, I mean, teammates and training partners, both Chev and Y2k, we all run games all the time. And yes, in casuals, you're learning stuff, you know, you're trying to pick up tendencies and all of that. But when it comes to tournament, that steps up the level, you know. And if you just watch the movement between these guys, it was absolutely insane. I mean, that dwarf punish from Chev, that's something you're going to see a lot from him, whether he's fighting Y2k, whether he's fighting the parry, whether he's fighting in first round, like winners final, losers final, grand final, doesn't matter, man. His punishment, his timing is going to be on point. There's a lot of jab pressure, jabs, down forward 1 checks, a lot of in-your-face gaming. Uses the grabs as well, uses positioning really well. I mean, overall, really, really strong player. And I think with punish on the electric, man. And something he does really well, it's kind of underrated, is his situation when after he's got knocked down, right? So waking up in this game is so important because there's so much like the pokey situation, there's so much to think about, there's health leads and that. But on wake up, his movement on wake up, getting up, being able to walk the right side, waking up and jabbing sometimes. I'm not always a big button, but just a wake up jab, just for check jab pressure, just to check movement. And obviously with Dragunov, there's the 1-to-1 really important as well. And Y2k, what can you say about Y2k? This guy is the epitome of a clutch factor, you know. Tekken 8, there's so many moments in this game that can decide a game, can decide any type of match, whether it's big or small. And this guy is clutch on the big moments, on the small moments as well. Closing out rounds against Y2k might be one of the hardest things we're seeing in our scene at the moment. Parry on the running doom, man. I forgot how good this match was, bro. I mean, I always knew it was going to be good, but holy, right? If you ever played Y2k, you know this guy, at the end of a round when he's on pixel health, man, he might as well have a full health gauge because this guy, so hard to close games against him. And in a long set, I think it's even harder against Y2k. I say this often, like people like Y2k, like BAP0, tough to close down at the end of a game, tough to fight in long sets, and that's so evident. If you get Y2k 2 games down, if you're leading Y2k 2 games to 0 in a first to 3, man, you better hope you bring something special, man, because this guy's not going to fall for the same from twice. So promise you that, man. And I think I mentioned something about Chev that's noticeable, something that he does do on the Y2k side of things. It's funny, mashing comes with negative connotations, right? But I think the way Y2k steals back pressure, I think is an important way to put it. That's the dark punish on the down two. The way Y2k steals back his turn is really, really impressive. Like the amount of minor situations where he ends up getting his counter hit mash, where he steals his turn back from disadvantages, a position that's not in his advantage, right? I mean, it's absolutely incredible, and I'm not really sure how he does it. Just different situations. His awareness is insane. His reactions to what someone is doing, his adaptability is probably his biggest strength. And to think there's even levels higher than that he can go. So I think these two are gonna probably meet again at some point, man. It can be early, it can be later on in the tournament, but just mark my words, these two will meet again at some point in ACGL 6, and I want to see that, man. And I do want to see it in a first to 3 as well. A first to 2 is so volatile, man. Anything can happen. First to 3 leaves some desire, you know, something for the crowd to just look forward to, something for the players to look forward to try and suss out each other's moves and just tendencies. You know, I think the mind games in a first to 3 is so incredible, especially between these guys. So look out for that. A lot of good movement. You can already see the side steps flowing through. And I'm not shocked at all by these guys, man. These guys, if you fight these guys often as like the way I do and the way they do each other, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So keep an eye out for that. And there's more than just a game. There's some bragging rights as well. Both TUG boys, but one wants to get just ahead of the other. Like, oh, I have 3 wins, you have 2. Now you gotta catch up type deal, you know? So that's something to look out for. A lot of optimization as well. So some cool combos will see your way and a lot of clutch decisions like you see there. Just the presence of mind to duck and the 174 punish, making sure he gets the kill. Racing over quickly to our third point is a player spotlight. Something I like to do just to showcase some players in our scene that I feel have been doing really, really well recently. And especially in ACGL 5, right? There's Battle Arena Productions captain Shiroyasha, Alisa player. If you're not aware, like you're gonna know by the end of this discussion and by the time you see him in ACGL 6. Man, this guy, when you talk about Alisa specialist, man, this guy in certain situations, this guy knows what's happening, man. This guy can do stuff with Alisa that people aren't really seeing, you know. There's often stories they'll tell about him being in other people's Twitch channels and that. Just telling them about Alisa stuff. Alisa players, Alisa mains, you know, not knowing about the stuff that he's telling them is, I mean, optimization and the situation that he'll find himself in, you didn't even know was available for Alisa. As strong as she is, she has even more crazy stuff. And really cool that someone like him can showcase it. Surprisingly, not a highly played character in our scene is Alisa, but when you do run into this Alisa, trust me, you're going to learn some stuff about Alisa, man. And it's not just the Alisa gaming. I think people sort of take credit away from him. I'm just saying, oh, you're an Alisa player. Chainsaws, you know, plus frames, movement, you know, the sidestep, the damage, all of that. But I think people underestimate the player himself. There's a lot of graft that goes in with the way this guy plays, with the stuff he does, and he's very intentional with the people he's fighting and who he chooses to, you know, ask for help. In a certain ranked session, let's say, or just even a casual session, he'll fight the character and not really know, let's say if he doesn't know what's happening, he'll go hunting for that player or a player who plays the character as well. And he'll make sure to go and find that person, find the character, find how to lab the character, and really put in the work. I've seen this man play against a king player that he struggled to fight against for, I think it was like 2 or 3 hours, man, and put in that work to try and help himself understand the character and how to fight the character, how to do certain situations. So look out for this guy. And as you can see, 3-0 over King Vegeta. King Vegeta, remember, came second in this very tournament. Shiroyasha is the one who put him in losers. So no one to sleep on, and we call him our captain because there's a reason this man is our captain. He leads from the front with his gameplay, and he had a really, really good run. I know he was very keen to get on stream. He's pretty much always unlucky to just not be in stream when you're running these ACGLs, but sidestep on the Eldra too. But you really did show out in this occasion, and I'm really, really happy to see that. And I think you guys should have a look out for this guy, man. Alisa can be a bit jarring, but the way this guy plays Alisa kind of makes her look like a cool character, you know. His situational awareness, very, very good. And I think the pace he plays at is absolutely disgusting. He can slow it down, but he's mostly just foot on the pedal, always movement, you know, little jab checks. Uses the heat really, really well. Uses power crushes that Alisa has really, really well. And if someone can keep up with his pace, he can ult it. And funny enough, he can even go faster than what you're seeing now, man. This guy is moving at 100 miles and he just carries on. To be able to wield a character like this and be a good player at the same time, I mean, recipe for disaster, you know, for his opponents, obviously. And I think if there's just a certain level of extra lock-in this man can find this week on ACGL, man, I think you might be seeing a top 3 finish for this guy. I really believe he can do it. A bit hard on himself sometimes, but hey, it's Tekken, man. We are kind of passionate, you know. So I suggest have a look out for Shiroyasha and along with everyone else, but put some respect in this guy's name, man. He's not just a dirty clanker, man, like some people refer to him. He's a strong Tekken player, very important guy in the scene, has done a lot for the scene as well, behind the scenes of, you know, all the glitz and glamour. Have a look out for him, man. Some exciting games coming up from him, I believe. And I mean, it's ACGL, it's South African Tekken, everything's gonna be exciting. And on that note, man, we'll close out on this preview for ACGL 6. Remember to catch the tournament on my Twitch at Weasla Sombra on Thursday night. That would be the 30th of October, 7 p.m. Standard South African time, man. Be there, you don't want to miss any of this. Hey, and it's a free tournament, right? You might as well enter yourself if you're in the region. Why sit back when you can participate? You can participate and enjoy the stream and enjoy spectating the tournament, man. Do all of it. It's a Thursday night. What else can we be doing, man? Other than some ACGL, some Tekken, and potentially a 3-time winner. But let's see if we can maybe get a new winner this time. I think we have had the same 2 winners for the last 4 ACGLs, so let's switch that up a bit. Which one of you guys can step up and take the throne from Y2k and Chev? So, hey man, I'm asking those questions. You guys better have the answers. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.